If you're having difficulties making gel pack, or should I say packing gel on a natural hair, then I bet you this video is for you. So if you're a hairstylist or an aspiring hairstylist, then please watch this video to the end, because I'm going to be sharing 4 tips, 4 very important tips, and I bet you if you were to follow it accordingly, there's no way you make gel pack on a client's hair, on a client that has a natural hair, and it will not come out so well and lap and come out so beautiful like the one you're going to be seeing in this video. So first off, before we go into what we have for today, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you give this video a like, share to as many people as you can, because you never can tell, this video might just be helpful to someone out there. So make sure you share, don't just watch it alone and just digest it alone. So make sure you share it to your friends and families. So let's get into, so I'm literally going to be starting from the 4th tip and then down to the number 1. So the number 1 is very important, so make sure you listen and listen attentively. So our number 4 is make sure the hair is well stretched. Make sure it is well stretched. I'm sure looking at this hair you think it's an artificially processed hair, but no, it's a natural hair, and I'm going to be showing you what it looked like at the beginning and why it is like this now. So I literally stretched this. I used my blow dryer and my comb to stretch this very well. So if you're interested in learning how to stretch a hair using a blow dryer or a stretcher, then don't worry, all you need to do is to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be posting that after this video. So make sure you subscribe if you really want to learn, because you can't be a hairstylist and you don't know how to stretch a hair. Oh no, no for my hand. You can't be a hairstylist and you don't know how to stretch your client's hair, except maybe you're going to ask your client to go to some other place and then stretch her hair, and then you never can tell, she might just end up making her hair in that person's salon. So make sure, as a hairstylist, as an aspiring hairstylist, make sure you learn how to blow dry a hair first of all before you go into making gel pack for a person. Yes, so first thing you need to do, the 4th tip, is make sure the hair is well stretched. When I mean well stretched, I mean well stretched, like emphasis on that stretch. Yes, stretch the hair very well. Make sure it is well stretched. In this way the hair will be able to lap well. Yes, because people usually have issues in making hair, like making gel pack on a natural hair most times, and number 1 cause of that is because maybe the hair was not fully stretched. Even if you're making, natural hair has this habit of, if breeze just touch and small, it will just go down ahead. If something like that happens, stretch the hair again. Yes, we want that look, we want it beautiful, we want it to come out professional, we want it to come out as good as possible. So take the risk, stretch it again. It is very important. And then we're going into the 3rd tip. In short, every single tip is very important. Every single tip is very important. So make sure you pay attention, like pay very good attention. And then as you're listening to me, watch closely and you see what I am doing, because I want you to learn this. I want you to get empowered as well. If you're one of the students that maybe took part in the JAM exams that's ongoing, or that has that went on yesterday, or however, then make sure you use your time, this little time you have. If you're not going to write WAEC or NICO, make sure you use it to learn something. Yes, something. So this could just be that thing, you never can tell. So make sure you learn something. So the number 3 tip I am going to be sharing with you today is, make sure when making a natural hair, make sure you don't use too much spray. Yes, that thing I'm holding there is called a spray, and it's very important. Yes, you can't just make gel pack with only the edge control and without a spray, and no, it's not gonna work. But just make sure when making a natural hair, make sure you use less of the spray, use more of the wax. Let me tell you why. When you use more of the spray, right, it's going to make the hair it's not going to lap. Like, I don't know if you get, I'm speaking out of experience. Yes, I've made this mistake before, and that's why I don't want you to make it. I want you to learn from my own mistake, so that you don't get to regret it at the end, because it will just be time wasted. And if you were to do this on a client's hair that maybe is short tempered, the person will be like, so you just spoiled my hair for nothing. Yes, if you use too much spray, no matter how fine that hair is, you see it spoiling. Like it won't even last a day, it will just spoil. So make sure you use more of the wax, edge control, whatever you may call it. Make sure you use, and it doesn't matter whether you're using this type or you're using the black one. I know most people deceive themselves and say, okay, when you use the black one, it's not going to shine white, it will still shine white. It depends. Yes, it depends. You see this one I'm using, I've never used the black gel. Yes, I've always bought this particular type, and there's never been a day when I meet someone here and the person say it's shining white or stuff like that. So just make sure whichever one you're using, you're using it along with the spray ahead. So let's go to the second tip. Is the second, right? Okay, let's go to the second tip. So meanwhile, as you can see, I am brushing this hair and I am soon going to be making the line on it. So different styles require different process. So if you want to learn different styles of this packing gel, you're going to make sure, like, ensure you subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be sharing a whole lot, like a whole lot. So let's go to the second tip. The second tip is that after making this gel pack, right, make sure you dry the hair. Yes, very important. Like most people neglect this part, and that is why before the person goes from year to year, the hair has already spoiled. Make sure you dry the hair. When drying the hair, you don't just dry it like that. Yes, when you watch, like, just keep watching the video, you see when I get to that part, I dried the hair. I didn't just dry it like that. You had to use a scarf to cover it. So use your scarf to cover it. Whatever scarf you have, you use it to cover it, to tie the hair, and then dry it afterwards. You use your blow dryer to dry it. Reason because it makes it dry. Heat is the enemy of this particular style. This style and frontal, heat literally spoils it. So if you don't want the hair to spoil that fast, make sure you dry it. And not just that, drying it will make it not to have like those white looks. Yes, after drying it, like before drying it, you apply your spray on it, then you tie the scarf and then dry it. This is very important. After drying it, you do the extension, you add the extensions, then you can now spray the next spray. After you're done with the hair, make sure you're not spraying too much. Your emphasis on don't spray too much on a natural hair. So I know most of you watching this video might just be like, maybe this is not going to be useful to me, I don't need it. Maybe because your parents are wealthy or because they are capable enough. But let me tell you something you don't know. There is pride in making one's own money. Like, there's this dignity that comes with the fact that you can do something for yourself. You can do something that can fetch you money by yourself. Like, I don't know if you can relate. Like, for those of you that can relate, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. It is true that making money is very difficult, but try begging. Like, try begging and you will see. Like, not just the fact that it gives you this inner joy, but when your peers come out to say, I can sew clothes, I can make shoes, I can do this, at least you also come out with your shoulders up high, and then you be like, I can make hair, I can do this. It will give, like, you don't know what it will feel like. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. Okay, let me share with you a little story, right? So after making this particular hair, I went out, like, we literally went out to buy something, to get something in a shop around, like, close by, right? So while I was going with her, when we got to the shop, every single person in the shop were like, your hair is so beautiful, you're so beautiful. You were complimenting her and she was just smiling. So we were like, your hair is beautiful, who made the hair for you? And then, like, she didn't talk, right? So when I told them, like, I told one of the girls that I was the one that made the hair, she was like, you're not serious, you're joking, right? I said that, yes, I'm the one that made the hair. Like, she couldn't believe it. So she kept on insisting, that I'm not the one that make the hair. How can I make a hair as beautiful as this? Because she was like, this hair is too fine. And I told her, okay, no problem, I rest my case. So she now asked the girl, who made your hair? And the girl was like, I'm the one that made her hair. And she was so shocked. She was like, So you can imagine, like, put yourself in those shoes. Imagine if you were the one and then someone compliments what you did. Someone looks at something you did and be like, this thing is beautiful. Like, how would you feel? Like, you will feel so good. I don't know if you can relate. Like, it will feel so good. And not just that. See, let me tell you, learning a skill, as you all know, knowledge is power, right? Learning a skill will make you feel of more worth. Like it will make you feel like I am valuable, I can do something, I have something in me, there's something I can solve a problem. Like, do you understand? The world today are looking for people that will add something, people that will not just receive but people that will give. The world is looking for people that will solve problems. So imagine if you are part of those people, if you're part of those persons that is able to solve one or two problems. Like, you can imagine. So don't just live your life for living sake. Live your life to impact on others. Live your life in such a way that tomorrow or however you can be able to help someone. Yes, you making someone's hair, making the person look beautiful is a way of helping that person. Yes. So let's go over to the first tip. Yes, remember I said I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tips. So let's go over to the first tip. So the first tip is that make sure you brush the hair. I'm sure you didn't expect this, right? Make sure you brush the hair very, very well. Don't pity the hair. Oh, I know of a lady that used to make this gel up, and then when she's making it on a client's hair, she'll just be, the way she'll be doing the brush hair as if she's petting the brush. I don't know if you understand. No pet am. Like, brush the hair very well. That doesn't mean you should go and use it to scrape the customer's forehead. Though that's not what I mean. Like, brush the hair well. Brush it very well. Like, if you look closely, you see that this hair lapped very well. In short, anybody you tell that this is a natural hair will be like, no, you're kidding me. Make sure you brush the hair very well and tight. As you can see, you see the rope I'm using, right? This is a thread. So I folded it into 5 ahead. So you use this thread to tighten it very well. Yes, for those of you that use rubber ring, I don't know how you guys do it though, but if you want to let the hair to last very well, then make sure you use thread. Yes, it's of no use making use of a rubber ring, except maybe it's something casual, maybe something you're doing on your own hair, and maybe something that's going to last for just a day. But I advise you use this thread. Yes, if you have a Brazilian wool, fine and good, but this is easier, cheaper, and even saves you the stress. Yes, so make sure you brush the hair very well. And so let me do a quick recap on the 4 tips I gave earlier. So number 4, I said make sure the hair is well stretched. So emphasis on stretch, and make sure you are subscribing to this channel so that you don't get to miss out. Yes, if you don't have money to go and register learning hairstyling in a salon, then you can just learn it here on YouTube at the comfort of your own home. Like, I don't even know why you guys go to stress yourself. All you need is your data, and if you don't have much data, then you can wait in the night, and maybe around 11 or 12 you use night sub to watch the video. Just put it on watch later. Like, isn't it better? Won't it be better for you? You just use like how much data to watch it and then learn it. Calm down, learn it, because I showed you step by step. Calm down and learn it. I'm going to pay a huge sum of amount just to learn this thing that you could just learn within just how many minutes. So make sure if the hair is fully stretched. Number 3, I said use less spray and then more of your edge control. Yes, depending, like, you can use whichever edge control you want, or the one you have, whether a black edge control or the one I'm using. So you can use whichever one. Just make sure you follow the steps, look closely and observe what I'm doing, and then the hair is going to come out perfectly. What did I just say? Perfectly fine. Yes, I'm very beautiful. So number 2, remember I said make sure you dry the hair, and when drying the hair, you don't just dry, you use a scarf. Yes, tie a scarf on the hair so that you don't have those flyaways, because natural hair has a very, very good way of misbehaving. Yes, and then the number 1, I said make sure you brush the hair very well and you use your thread to tight it. Yes, you don't just use rubber ring, except it's something you're making for yourself, or maybe a hair you just want to, the client want to use for maybe just that day, and then you just lose it and things like that. So I know most of you have been watching this video, but you've not been observing closely. Yeah, if you've been paying attention, if you've been observing what I was doing in this video, you see that that I wasn't just patting the line anyhow. I wasn't just patting the line for patting sake. There's a particular pattern I followed in making this particular style, and if you don't follow that pattern in patting the line, like, you're not going to be able to make that design I did at the front, like those lines I did at the front. It will be very, very difficult for you, and that is when you know that to be a man is not a day job. Yes, that is when you find this style very, very difficult. Yes. So make sure you pattern the line in a slant manner. Like when I was not done, when the hair was still the way it was, I was patterning it in a slant manner. So if you didn't notice this part I am talking about, then fast forward, like, take the video back to that particular point and then watch it again. Observe closely. If you don't follow it the way it is, you're not going to be able to make this style. Like, after brushing the whole hair, you see that you cannot make those lines. Yes, those lines didn't come out of magic. Like, make sure you're patting the hair in a slant manner, so that when you're done, like when you brush the whole hair, you can then make the lines. It will be very, very, very easy for you. Like, take note. So by now, I bet it that most of you will be curious to know what kind of brush does she use, like where did she even buy this kind of brush. Like, if you are watching closely, you see that I use two different kinds of brush. Yes, you can tell from the color. This one is green and the other one is, I think, white and something. So you could tell from the color I use two different brush. So the green one, I used it in smoothing the hair. Yes, the green one I use is in smoothing. I literally call it my smoothing brush. And then the other one I use it in brushing the hair very well, like brushing the hair very well. So this is not just the like normal brush you just go out and then buy and then start using. Although it's a normal brush, but like if you check it, like if you look at it closely, you see that there's like, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know how to explain it though, but in my next video I'm going to be showing what the brush look like, and I'm going to be telling you why it's turned out like that and how you can make your own turn out like that. Yes. So literally these two brushes, they do two different things. Yes, like I said, the other one is for smoothing. Yes, the green one is for smoothing. It makes those lines look so thin and makes the hair very, very fine. So as you can see, I did what I preached. Yes, I covered the hair with a scarf and then dried it, and then after drying, it's time to add in the extension. You can use any extension of your choice, but for this particular one I wanted to use an attachment. So watch closely. So I didn't really pick this attachment. I didn't really pick it. I know most of you be like, did she pick it? No, I didn't do that. So but if you have time to do that, then fine and good, it's your choice, but I don't think it's necessary. All you need to do is to share the hair, like divide the extension into 3 parts and then start braiding. Yes, start braiding, and then after you're braiding, you're going to see, I'm going to show you what I did to the end part, like to the down part of the attachment. I had to use a rubber ring to tie that part, and after tying the part, cover your shame. After tying the part, I use the attachment to round that part, and so that the rubber ring will not be showing. Then maybe you use a spray to hold it, or you use a you use a needle and thread to hold it. So very importantly, like whenever I run out of Brazilian wool, I rush to the market to buy it, because I usually use it for like most of the hairstyles I make. So as you can see, do you see the kind of look? So guys, I'm sure you must be wondering what I'm going to do to the parts after that rubber ring. So I didn't just cut it off. Nah. So I made coils out of that part. Yes, I coiled that part, but I didn't really show you to. I don't know, like the lights just went off during that time, and it was in the evening. Like, I don't even know why I didn't video that part, but don't worry, in my next video I'm going to do it step by step, like every single thing. You're going to see it. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Make sure to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post videos. Share this video to someone that knows someone so that it helps someone. Thanks for watching.